Hello, this will be a quick tutorial for just getting set up with LucidPress. What LucidPress is, it is an app you can add through Google Drive, which allows you to create newsletters, magazines, online, and collaboratively. So I'm just going to show basically how to share the documents to collaborators, and then how to actually get this out to people so they can look at it. So the first thing that you'd want to do is be in your Google Drive, and then you want to click on Create, and then go down to Connect More Apps. Once you're in to Connect More Apps, you're going to want to look for LucidPress. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and connect that. Alright, and then this is saying make it the default app for files it can open. Chances are it makes its files in its own file type, and you don't have to worry about it opening other things you don't want it to. But it's always good to check that. Alright, so now that we have that added, when we click on Create, we can actually create LucidPress documents, which is really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. It's going to ask me if I can let it do these things for me. That should be okay. I always read those closely, and you can get more information on those if you want. Then you click Accept, and it should open up the program then. And it's pretty basic. It looks a lot like Microsoft Publisher. And there's a lot of cool features in here that we can get to in later tutorials. The first thing it's going to ask you to do is name it. I get really creative when I'm testing it out for the first time. And I'm not going to do anything quite yet because I want to show the sharing part. I think that's the most important part of how you would use this over Publisher if you had Publisher as an option. So up here on the top you have Share, and then you have Invite Collaborators. So when you go to Invite Collaborators, you have the option to type in emails here. Unfortunately, either you have to type them all in, or you can get a link that you can share with people, and then they can click on that and they'll have the right to edit based on that link. It might be easier to keep track of through email, even though you do have to type them all in, then you know who's there. So I'm just going to use my school email and share it with them, and send invitation. So now an invitation has been sent. If I go to my drive, in your drive, you should see it in the share with you section, but only if you share it a different way from the drive screen. I'll show you that in a second. When it's shared with you through the actual program, you'll get an email that will update it. So it goes to my updates because I have that one open. If you didn't use this tab, it might just go to your regular inbox. So right here I have this invite. So I'll click on that, and there's a link right there, and it will open up that document. And just to show that this works just like every other Google Doc, I'll simply just throw a text box on here, and if I flip back over to my other document, it updates right away. And if I were to change this somehow, and then flip back over here, it automatically changes. So it's really nice and collaborative. I do not know the limits of sharing on one of these, but I would assume that it is enough to handle whatever you need to do with it. So that's sharing there. You can also share from here, from your drive, the same way you would share anything else. Check it, click on the plus, and then type in the email, the name of the person you want to share it with, and then it will appear in their Shared With Me section. So that's how you can get it to appear there. Otherwise, adding collaborators only goes to the email. Alright. And then the last step is you want people to see this. So that's what we're going to check out now. So if this was done, which it clearly is not, but if it was, then we would want to share this out. So right now it's saving. I don't know. I need to click out of something. But at the moment it's saving. When it was done, make sure to save it. And then underneath share is where you get a chance to actually publish it. So I'm not sure what's going on at the moment. Take a look at something really quick. Okay, so it is a little buggy, but you do have to be the owner in order to publish it. So if you can just edit, you can't publish it, but you have to be the owner. So underneath share, you have the option to publish. And then it's going to show you what your document looks like. and it gives you a link for it, and this is what people would see. Or you have a couple other options too. If you click on Share, you can view the published document, or you can get an embed code here, which is nice. So you could put it on a website somewhere, and it wouldn't even be an external document. You could just see it on a page. So it might work well if you had a Google site, which you could embed it on. Also underneath Invite Collaborators, you can publish standard link, or you can make a custom link, which would be really nice to be able to do. And then once again, here's this embed code, and you can stick that on a website. So those are really the basics, and if requested, I can do more tutorials on LucidPress. I think this is good enough to get started and understand how to at least get it to people, and then you can play around with the other features in there. So thank you for watching. I hope this helps answer some questions, and if you have any more, feel free to ask. Thank you.